Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules and joining us today for this exclusive webinar with Medical University of Warsaw. In today's webinar, it's going to go on for 1 hour. For the first 30 minutes, we are going to just, sorry. Um, for in today's webinar, in the first 30 minutes, we're going to be continuing with the university presentation, and then we'll move on to the latter part of the meeting with the Q&A session, where students will be able to type in your questions and we'll be answering them. Apart from that, we have Miss Anna with us today from Medical University of Warsaw. And thank you all for joining once again. Over to you, Miss Anna.
Hello, I would like to welcome you here, and I will show you the presentation in just a few seconds. In order it to go smoothly, only the presentation will be accessible for you. Okay, can you see the presentation?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, thank you. Welcome once again, and I'm going to present to you crucial information about our university. The university is called Medical University of Warsaw. It's located in Warsaw, Poland. So basically, some information about the university. It is one of the top of the medical universities in Poland. It's got more than 6 teaching hospitals on the campus, so that's pretty a lot. Moreover, we've got here more than 150 departments and clinics, many student scientific labs, more than 212 years of tradition in teaching, so that's a lot. Our university is international, as you can find students from all around the world. We've got more than students from more than 60 nationalities. Of course, what is important for you is highly qualified teaching staff. Yes, now we will go on. So what about the program? The program lasts 6 years. This is the medicine program. It is in English, and it's a full-time long cycle studies. Basically, to sum it up, it's 6 years, so 12 semester. It starts from the 1st of October, and in regards to the number of students, for this year, for this academic year, it was 150 students who were admitted. What is important, and I would like to stress it, is that the diploma is recognized in European Union, UK, United States, and Canada, and also in in other countries around the world. You can see the full program and courses on our website. Here it's quite important stuff for the life beside the books. So I would like you to have a glimpse of English division student government. It is called EDSG, and there is a group of students who are heavily involved in this life on the university. there represents all students on issues such as curriculum and teaching, student well-being, and foster a positive environment for the university community. What's more, you can find out on our social media, but here I would like to also show you that here is on the right-hand side, you can see the Dean, Mr. Jacek Sienko, and on the left-hand side, you can see head of the Dean's office, Mrs. Christina Jaziem, and all over here are students who are now in EDSG in EDSG. So here's Catherine, who's president, for instance. Okay, let's go on. So you can find more about EDSG on social media, as I said previously. So on Facebook, they've got a Facebook profile, they've got Instagram profile, and we encourage you to take a look on that social media in order to see what they are doing. But they also are showing how to deal with when you are coming, when you are a freshman, and they do have a lot of tips which will be really beneficial for newcomers. Okay, what's about Warsaw? Warsaw is a capital city of it's a capital of Poland. As you can see, it's a modern city with a modern city in which you can have a lot of facilities, a lot of green areas. There are two airports. One is in Warsaw. Another one is nearby. You can travel easily by public transport, and I would say that this is a safe, quite safe place for everybody. What else do I want to share is that more information for our for you in regards to tuition and the ways of payment. It is showed. It will be on our website, but let's go further because before coming to the university, the important thing is how to be qualified. So a qualification program I will show to you. So here you can see that each candidate has to fulfill both criteria. On the right side, you've got criteria. Sorry about it. Criterion 1 and criterion 2. So what's the most important? Let's start with the first one. It's having a high school leaving examination certificate or secondary education diploma with transcript, or a document confirming you have secondary education. What with the subjects? The subjects which are mandatory is biology, chemistry, and then it can be physics and astronomy, or mathematics, and then can be on extended level as biology and chemistry, or standard level. So this is the criterion 1. If you miss one of the subjects, you can then reach out to us, and you will be able to write supplementary exam from the subject that you are missing. But now let's go to the criterion 2. So competency test. This is a test which is provided by the university. It is held online. You sign on. There are several dates on which you can sign, and then you choose the date which more suits you, and and you've got 120 minutes for answering 80 questions. The questions are divided into 3 sections. So this is biology, chemistry, and decision making. This is this is it. Later on, I will show you what are the rules, and there is also and how to check that your computer is working according to the plan that you will guarantee that you will take the test smoothly. And what's more, this is the insight about the students who have UCAT or BMAT or MCAT or SAT certificate. Then they can be they don't have to take that exam or the required university GPA calculated from the subjects. So if you have bachelor or master in life science, but as far as I know, most of you will be graduating or already graduates. Okay, let's move on. Then high school diploma. So with a high school diploma, you will need a high school living examination certificate, right? As I said, and you but what in the case that you haven't yet graduated, right? And then you can share with us predicted grades, and we will later on, when you will have your final grades, right? We will be able to qualify you, but from the beginning, you will be registered. May I have a bit of support from the member of the Warsaw University Board? I don't know if the member can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. So, I think that the main thing which is important to know that students should. I will advise to write our information about the exam. If you will have a specific situation about the criterion first and you will be not sure, we will encourage to write it because sometimes some informations we can solve after short discussion. First of all, don't worry that you will not follow our criteria. If you have any answers, the best idea is simply to write us if you want to check something. So it is usually very often we are solving the problem of the particular person. Right now, it is really difficult to present all the possibilities and all the changes because you are from the different schools and you will get different or you got already different kind of diplomas.
Thank you very much for the support. So then I will take you to the next slide. So it's the documents that you will need, and for students with British curriculum, Cambridge AQA person excels. There is a general certificate of education with 3 advanced A2 level subjects. This is necessary. And as we said previously, predicted grades certificate it is the document on which you've got, of course, your predicted grades, but it must be stamped and signed by the school principal or another school representative. So in order to make it valid for university. What I would like to say here is that we also accept 12th grade term 1 and 2 report, and we do also accept 11th grade report if you confirm that you will have this, the same subjects on your 12th grade report. So remember that you can reach out to us if you've got doubts, and we'll try to help you as soon as possible. Okay, so then let's go to the competency test. As I said previously, the competency test it will be on our website. The dates will be published will be published soon. But what is crucial about that the test is online, and you can have this test only once per recruitment cycle. So yeah, there are no retakes. However, there is there is a test that you can like pre-test mock test that you can test yourself if it's okay, but it will be it won't be graded, and it will just be available a few days before the real test. Okay. So that's, yes, I said about the trial test. And here, what about English proficiency? So if you don't have if you don't have English at school, then you will need to show us. I mean, upload and then show us. An original of IELTS academic, it can be, or TOEFL IBT, or TOEFL PBT, or TOEIC, and here you can see what grades we are looking for. So so this is crucial. If you will have a diploma, then yes, the completion of secondary or post education with English as a language of instruction is also it also can prove that your English level is good enough in order to take that studies, well as citizenship of a country in which English is an official language. Okay, so let's go to the preparing for competency test. So you can here at the link, so of course on our website as well, you can have a sample of test sample questions. And as I have said before, 3 days before the exam, you will have a trial test. A trial test will be is open just after you will receive an email, and will be available for 3 days. And you can take a look. We encourage you to do so. And here, what's important, that the competency test is available at the specific date for several hours. The hours are given according to GMT, so no worries that in the country that you will decide to take the test, you can choose then the specific date, hour, right, on which you can write the test. Just to sum up, we arrange the test date based on GMT in the country you are in, and just be sure that you enter the correct country, right? Because it can happen that you have chosen wrongly. So better be careful. Okay. What are the recruitments and organization of the test? Well, for the first thing is that you can use a laptop, and you can of course it can be a PC, but it has to be with a camera. You cannot take that exam by a mobile phone or tablet. What with the browser? We encourage you to use Google Chrome. You can use also Mozilla Firefox. What is crucial is the stable internet connection at home. And that you need to make sure that your device will be charged, so you can charge it before, or just plug it before, and that you will have a stable connection for at least 2 hours. Then here you can see how the email looks like. So what is important to check your operating system, and here that icon of tools, when you click on that, the system will check that if your operating system is capable of taking you smoothly through the test. And here that paper with a pencil and a light bulb, that icon will take you to a sample test. And what's later on, when you will check that your system is capable, right? You take the sample test, then you have to click on that button, Start Test, and then you will have those questions, so which will be then graded. Okay, so that would be it basically. Well, here we wanted to just show what's important on the day that you take the test. Important is that you have a quiet and peaceful place, because just be honest, you will be nervous probably, so don't just to let you write in a better to have a higher score, right? Be aware that this quiet and peaceful place might be a crucial thing, beside of the internet connection, of course. And then what you need to do is read the competency test rules carefully, right? And another thing is to remember or note your ORS ID number. ORS ID number, this is not your ID number, but this is ORS coming from online recruitment system. So this is like your registration number to our system. And you will need to prepare your passport as well. you can have with you a printed version of the formulas and periodic table, but only provided by the uni, right? So this is important, and you can use it during the test, but remember to show it to the camera. The same with your passport. And another thing that you can have is white shade of paper and a pen on pencil that you can note, but remember as well to show it to the camera. And then when you fulfill it, then you can start the competency test. What here we would like to just briefly show you the rules. What is important is that you must be alone. There can't be anybody in the room, the space that you are taking the test. You are also not allowed to talk or sing during the test, and please test before that your camera can see your face, because we have to be sure that the candidates are writing the test on their own, and therefore it is crucial that the candidate face is visible during the whole exam. Otherwise, it may be that you will be not qualified due to that you are not visible, right? What is another thing is you must not wear any headphones during exam. Any mask or glasses during the exam cannot be worn as well. No hoodies or hats unless worn daily for religious purposes. Another thing is you are not allowed to stand up during the test. So that's why I have told you before to make sure that your device is charged or have it charging all time long, right? You are not also allowed to take any toilet breaks. It's only 2 hours, so that should be fine. And in point 5, we would like to also here just tell you that using any devices beside the computer or laptop that you will be taking in the test is forbidden. So no calculators, no cell phones, no tablets, no MP3 players, or any other electronic devices. As well, you cannot wear a watch or a smart watch on your wrist. You are allowed to use the cell phone only if it's the situation like you have to contact the administration in case of technical problems during the test. Before making the call, you must show your cell phone to the webcam and state that you are calling the administration. But hopefully you won't need to do so. What's next? You cannot use any aids or consult resources like textbooks, written notes, etc. You must be on the examination page throughout the entire exam. So it means that you cannot open any other website or look and you can have only the exam on your would be open on your device. Otherwise, it will be noticed by the system. And beware, because disturbing behavior and the attempt to cheat will result in failure of your tests. And one last thing is that the admission board receives the right to invalidate your test if it deems your webcam malfunction, damage, or impaired. The camera is partially or fully covered during the test, or if you image is obscure. So this is it from the rules. I'm sure it won't be difficult to follow them. Just to make sure that you cannot. You can do some notes right on the paper, but you cannot use your calculator or any other device. Well, but what you are allowed, as we said, to use the white paper, to use the periodic table, which is provided by the university, and to consume drink during the test, so you can drink water. Okay, so basically that would be it, and I would like to ask the member of the board if they would like to add anything at the end before the question.
Actually, I don't have any extra information. I'm constantly answering on the private questions on the chat.
Okay, great.
So we can start with the question and answer session.
Okay. So yes, please. We can start.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Anna. Yeah. Okay,
Yes,
thank you very much, Ms.
thank you very much, Anna. Thank you very much, Anna and Anand. Yes, now we can take all the Q&A, and then we can start our question and answer session now. Thank you. Zara, you can start, please. Yeah.
Yes. Moving on to the Q&A session now. We'll be reading each question and answering them accordingly. So let's start with the first question. There's a couple questions already answered in the chat, and these are visible to all, so you can refer to that. Moving on to the next question by Nart. Does the student need biology, chemistry, and physics grade 12, or can they distribute them between grade 11 and 12?
Actually, this is kind of difficult question because I don't understand what it means. They are distributing something.
Yes.
So
Yes,
we have different
can you
schools.
please?
We have different schools. So it is as well depend on the kind of the school. For example, in American schools, we will need AP placements, examinations. For UK kind of schools, they cannot distribute nothing. They're passing the exams on the 12th or 13th class. It depends level. In the Indian schools, they are passing their final exams and they cannot distribute the grades. So I think that this is the example of particular question which should be answered after analyzing of the document of this person. So I cannot say how it will be solved. I have to see the document first.
Okay, can I add this? There's something that in some school they don't call this biology as biology, and they call it as health sciences also. And in some schools they teach this science subject in grade 10 and 11, and some of them only teach in grade 12. So I think you are right that that it depends on case to case base. So students, if you have got any problem, you can send us the documents so that we can make sure that that you will be eligible to qualify for the exam. No?
Exactly.
So
I 100% agree with Dr. Kadri, because we have to solve particular problems analyzing the documents. Sometimes we can solve it without the extra exam, but remember that at our university you can pass this extra exam which can solve as well a lot of problems. So first look at the documents, then find a solution. I think that is a good idea.
Okay. Moving on to the next question. We have
So
Rutba. Yeah. And
is,
Rutba wants, yeah.
is GAMSAT and SAT same thing? No, because the SAT, this is kind of the exam organized by American boards on particular subjects. So we can compare it with the exams after each level of class, or at the end of the semester, or at the end of the course. It depends on the situation. SAT is rather comparable to examination on a SAT. GAMSAT, this is kind of the exam which can be passed if you would like to enter some medical schools around the world. So this is organized by the different boards, and you have some different questions, not only on one subject, as well on your orientation, during the stress, thinking, solving problems, some different kind of questions, not only on biology or math or physics. So this is much more complicated exam. Not difficult, not so difficult, but composed on many subjects.
Okay, moving on to the next question. Hamid wants to know, are there any student loans available?
So usually we know that our students are taking loans in their organization or their countries. But you can ask our university to divide your tuition on 2 or 4 installments. But in some students, they have possibility to take the loans in their country. For example, Norwegians, United States citizens, Canadian citizens. So we are filling in the special documents, and then the students are applying for the loans in their countries.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you are right. The banks in India are also providing the loans. No? So you have to check with your home country, and I'm sure many of them are providing. In fact, some of the banks here also they do provide a loan base. Depending on this one, education loan. So you can take a loan from them also. So just check with them.
Okay. Moving on to the next question by Kareem. They're saying that that he won't take maths or physics on AS level either for their third subject. So will they have to do an entrance exam?
Karim, this depends on the kind of school. Because if you are taking A levels, usually people are taking 4 subjects on AS level and only 3 subjects as a final. 3 subjects means that you have high school education, final one. So if you will take, for example, biology, chemistry, and any other subject, psychology, Arabic language, business, or so on, we will accept it, but we will ask you on your subject on AS level. It may be maths or physics. It is like that very often. And in this situation, you will have to only pass the competence. If you will have different subject on AS level, in that case, we will ask you to write this extra exam on physics. We are not organizing exams on math.
Okay. Then the next question is by Rutba. She wants to know if she has scored 1520 in SAT in August 2023, will she be exempted from writing the entrance test?
No, our competency test is on biology, chemistry, and decision-making question. So this is something completely different from SAT. We are not taking SAT into consideration at all. So we are checking your high school diploma, and we are inviting you to write our competency test built out of the three subjects: biology, chemistry, and decision-making question.
Okay. Moving on to the next question, Fauzi wants to know when it's possible to start the admission in order to plan for the visa.
It is a very good question, and thank you very much for this question. We are very happy if you will get when you will start to apply for visa after you will get the qualification. To start to apply for Polish visa, you can start not earlier than 6 months before you are planning to come. So we are organizing orientation week in the last week of the September. So you have to calculate 6 months starting from the last week of September this year. And when you will get the qualification, we are giving you the documents to apply for a visa at once. But then you have to remember as well that usually our Polish embassy will ask you for your payment for installment or for tuition fee for the confirmation of dormitory. So usually it takes some time, but you will be given the documents at once.
I would just like to add this that we already started taking applications, and but keep in mind that visa may take between 3 to 6 months. Sometimes it takes 3 to 4 months just to get the appointment from the embassy. So
Exactly,
you have
exactly.
to start as soon as possible. Don't
Exactly.
delay your process. Yes, start as soon as possible.
Exactly, and
And
we will support you.
and just send us the documents. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Moving on to the next question by Alicia. She wants to know.
Yes, after each year, you have to do the kind of the internship. So it lasts around 1 month. And after each year of your study, you have the internship. So it depends. First, it is the nursery internship, then it is in the hospital. Each year it changes. But after you finish the 6th year, if you want to apply for the Polish working license, you have to take 1.5 years of internship, or we are organizing such an internship in English, which lasts for half a year. So internship after the study, it is different. And the situation to get the working license is very different in different countries. In some countries, there is no need for the internship at all. So you have to check what is needful in your country when you would like to work as a doctor when you finish studies in Poland.
Okay. The next question is by Sabiha. She wants to know how can she prepare for the competency test.
We have some examples of the questions on our website. So what is important that biology and chemistry is on IB or A2 level. So this is the similar level as people who are passing A2 levels at the Cambridge, at Excel or Aquars or such an examination board, because it is quite easy to find online books on this subject, so you can check the level, how it is different from your school, and to search, to prepare yourself for our decision-making questions. it's good to search for the UCAT examples online. So you will see how subject questions look like, and you will have the orientation what to do. So you can prepare even online because they are providing online tests.
Okay. Aisha wants to know how many seats are open for international students.
150. 150.
Okay. Fauzi wants to know what is the percentage of passing and the percentage of the students that pass the exams. Basically, the
Uh,
acceptance.
So this year, each year we are composing something like a ranking list. So this year we have a lot of candidates. So we were choosing the best ones, and some of them passed the test. They have a very good grade, but still they were worse than the other ones. So if you are asking how many percentage, it is difficult to answer because it is depends on other students which are passing the test during this year. You have to remember that 70% of ranking forms are thanks to your grade or after competency test, and only 30% thanks to your final grades on your high school diploma. So it means that good level of points on competency test is it means that it will give you more possibility to be a medal. But I cannot tell you, for example, it will be 50 points because it changes each year.
Okay. Then Krishna wants to know, as a non-Indian resident, do the students require the NEET exam?
So the NEET exam, this is exam which is passed only in India to be admitted to medical studies in India. So at our university, we are not using NEET to qualify any student, even the Indian one, even the Indian residents. And as far I know, even if you will pass the Polish studies in Poland, and you will go back to India, you will not be asked to show the NEET exam, because this is the examination to be admitted to the studies. Okay.
Okay. Then Aisha also wants to
Wait,
know.
wait, can I just add you one thing that need is not the requirement of the university, but it's a rule of NMC that if you have not taken the need before joining the university, you are not allowed to practice in India. So this is not the requirement of the university, but I think it is advisable to take need, although this is not the requirement of the university. But NMC may create a problem once you go back and if you have not taken the need before starting any of the university. No,
Great.
so it is strongly recommended to take need, although this is
Anyway.
not the requirement of the university.
Oh,
Thank
so
you.
I will check it. Thank you very much, Dr. Kadri. I will check it as well, because it is something like a new situation, because in the previous year we had no information from our alumni that there's a problem with the NEET. So taking in this case, it is wise to take a NEET anyway, but we will not use it as a criteria to our university.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very
Next,
much.
please.
Yeah, moving on to the next question. Aisha also wants to know, does the student need to submit anything like recommendation letters or person statements?
No, we are qualifying using the criteria we presented to you. So it is a competency test and your final grades.
Okay, and Alicia wants to know, will the results of the competency test be out on the same day?
No, it takes about 2 weeks for the admission board to go through the exams, because it is usually about 50, but sometimes even 200 people. So three persons independently are watching your exam, are checking if the exam was taken using the regulations, and after that we are giving our answer. So the answer makes that you are qualified, and after qualifying, you have to to send us the document which will present your level of education, and you will. But at the same time, we are issuing the documents on qualifying period, so we can start the visa process. But as well, sometimes you can be on the waiting list if a group of students is better than you, or sometimes you are answering that at the level of the ranking point of the So usually it takes from 5 to 14 days, working days.
Okay, moving on to the next question. Surya wants to know, for example, if a student does not pass in the first entrance exam, can they take another exam in the same year? Or how does it work?
No, you can take the exam only once a year, and our exams this year will start on April. Because our recruitment starts in March, so all the exams will be available from April to July. But you can sit the exam only once.
Okay. Fauzi wants to know what documents are provided for the visa support application, and if there's anything you can do about the visa appointment being late.
So if you would like to apply for Polish visa, you have to apply it in the embassy. And the consul of the embassy is the person who is deciding on providing you a visa, not the university. We are preparing you the documents, which is special form, which is published by Polish government each year. And in this document, we are writing that you are admitting to our university, how long you are going to study. We are giving the information on your level of language and such mandatory information. But as well, sometimes we are giving the extra letter, or the border guard are writing us a letter to write much more information about each student. So we are preparing such a document, and such a documents are sent straight to the consul of the embassy or the border guard. So it looks like that. So we are giving you acceptance letter and the special form in Polish, which should be this kind, because it is decided by the Polish government that each year it should look like that.
Okay. Moving on to the next question by Aisha. She wants to know, does the university offer placements during the course to work in different departments in the hospital? And from what year will the clinical practice start?
At any Polish university, the practical study starts after third year. So fourth, fifth, and sixth year, it is only in hospital departments, and you have all the classes, all the seminars inside the hospital in different hospital departments. And from first to third year, we have some practical classes. For example, in intensive care unit, as well, you have to learn basic life support. So this is organized by anesthesiology department, and So as well, you have some classes in the hospitals. If you would like to check how many weeks you will have in which department, I will encourage you to enter our schedule on our website. So you will see year by year how it is changes and in which department you will have the classes, because in some departments it is in a few months, in other only a few weeks. It changes.
Okay. Moving on to the next question by Fozi. She wants to know, when you get certified, are students eligible to practice in the US, Canada, and UK, and any other validations?
As
Yeah.
far I know, if you want to practice in the US, you have to pass special USMLE exams, and there's no exemption for it if someone is studies outside of state, United States. So you can take such an exams in our university as well. I'm not perfectly orientated about the Canada. What kind of do you have to pass an exam there? I think that yes, but in United Kingdom, actually, you don't have to pass an extra exam to practice in United Kingdom, but you may be asked for some information about the level of your language, but you will be learning in English. So it will be full English course, except Polish during the first, second, or third year. So it shouldn't be a problem to practice in the United Kingdom, even after Brexit.
Okay, can I just add something that whichever country you go, you have to follow the requirement of that local country. For example, if you want to come back to UAE, you have to follow this one MOH requirement. If you want to go to UK, you have to follow the UK requirement. As of now, they are looking for PLAB examination, but that is going to replace with the UK MLE probably by next year. That means everybody has to sit for the exam, even if you are studying in UK also. This is going to change. If you go to Canada, Canada is there is something different. They don't accept any kind of qualification, even if you are a graduate of US or UK. You have to do something extra course to qualify for this. No, but in general, you have to follow the requirement of each and every country. Okay, graduate of this university does not mean that that automatically you will be eligible to practice anywhere in the world. You have to follow the local requirement of of that country. No, thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kadri. That's very important information. And I would like to add that it made changes during your studies, because some requirements changes in Germany, for example, during last few years. So we cannot say everything in 100%, because your studies will last for 6 years.
Yeah, that's right. Next,
Okay.
please.
Yeah. Next question is by Kareem, who wants to know, again, this is a repetitive question. When is the entrance exam session open, and when are we supposed to apply admissions? Should the admission process be during as predicted grades, with the predicted grades, or the A-level final results?
Okay, so this is very good example what to do when someone is during the last year of education this year. So you can see the exam session anytime, and after the exam session you will be qualified. So usually when you get the qualification, it is very rarely that you will lose your place. It is only possible if you will fail A-level exam. So even, for example, if it will be the worst scenario and you will get E, still you will keep your place at our university. So this is partial answer on your question. So, but you will have to wait to be added to the student list, because we have to see your final grade. And usually at the universities, they are suggesting to have a gap year when someone is passing the A levels, because the information about the grades is in August usually, but our university waits for people who are passing A levels. So if you will get the qualification, we will keep you place till August, and when on August you will show us that you passed, you are a student. The second question is how the session is open. So usually we are asking to pay the admission fee not later than 1 week before the exam. We are sending all the informations about the exam, and the exam is open on choosing day for we can say whole day. Usually it starts at 7 a.m. and finishes at 11 p.m. So you can have very long range of hours where you can choose your particular hour. You don't have to report us. You can only deciding, okay, for me, the best day, hour is 3 p.m. And I will start to write on this time. So you don't have to report to anyone. During this day, you are entering the test and you made to write it. So it is quite flexible and very, thanks to that, you can choose a safer place and a better hours for you.
Okay. Yeah. Moving on to the next question by Frozy. They want to know what level do you recommend to learn the Polish language?
So if you will have to learn Polish language during the studies, first 2 years is to communicate. During the third year, this is the medical language. So if you will decide to stay at our university to be our student, I will recommend just to try to listen a bit to our language, watching some films, some information, some on YouTube, for example, because our language is specific and some of the Polish people don't speak good language, but you will be surrounded by people who speaks English, so you will have so many problems. So which level? I don't know exactly what you understand, but if you will come to Poland without knowing this language, for sure you will find a way to get to the dormitory and then to find everything around the dormitory and or place you will live, and to have an information on transportation, because all of the information you will find in the book.
Okay. Moving on to the next question by Fauzi. We want to know what documents can the university support with before the admissions, as we mentioned that the visa process takes a long time.
We cannot give you a document before you will be qualified. So all the documents we will issue if you will be qualified. So if you really want to be our students, which is very good information for me, so you are highly invited. So the hint is to write a test earlier, and then you will start the process earlier, but as well, the second hint is to prepare a bit to be sure that you will score a lot on competency tests. So remember about this UCAT example of UCAT questions in mind.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. We're going to be taking the last two questions now. Naya wants to know what percentage of the fees does the parent situation consideration cover?
Oh, I think it will be much more less than 20%, because at our university you have to pay for tuitions. So they will go to their income, and in such a situation when you will apply for the social scholarship. It will be rather low level because income of your parents should be in proper level to pay the tuition and to get Polish visa, because the embassy checks this situation as well. So rather, the situation is that students are asking for the scholarships outside, like in Canada, States, in Norway, and because the Polish embassy as well granted visa if you can afford or for 1 year tuition. So for sure, our social scholarship is not enough to cover the tuitions, and if you will be granted it, it will be less than 20%.
Okay. Let's move on to the last question by Fauzi. They want to know, how are the exam qualifications for the 6 years? Is the study for 6 years hard or difficult?
I can say that medical studies are difficult. If you would like to become a doctor, you should understand that you will study very hard for 6 years. And the first year will be crucial because you will have to move to a different way of learning in the high school. You have usually more time. You had a lot of time to study because you were learning biology for a few years, math for a few years, and so on. And you will have only 1 year to learn the anatomy. So for sure, you will have to study hard, and it will take a lot of hours to first take all the classes at the university and then to study. So it is the most difficult studies, I think, all over the world. Even law studies are not so difficult and not so strong.
Okay. Since we've answered all the questions, there were many questions about the eligibility of the students. So please note, all attendees, that the contact details of us have been given in the chat. You can contact us for more information to check your eligibility, entrance exam, documentation, etc. As we cannot judge every student over here right now because there were a lot of you that joined. But with that being said, I think this is where we can end the Q&A session as well as the webinar. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Miss Anna. Thank you, Ms. Joanna, for joining as well.
Thank you very much. And there is one more question, so maybe I will answer to this one last question.
Yes, I can just see it just popped up right now by Sura. They just want to know, what about the post-graduation study?
So post-graduation depends on the country. So as Dr. Kadri was saying, you have to follow the informations in the country where you want to practice. If you would like to practice in Poland, you will have to take 1.5 years of extra work, and then you can open the specialization, which lasts about 5 years. So, but this is in Poland. You have always check the regulations in your country when you would like to practice as a doctor, because it is really different in different countries. So once again, thank you very much, and thank you very much of Dr. Kadri and all the staff of Kadri International for this meeting and support during this meeting.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, Ms. Hannah and other.
Thank you.
So yes, and hope this meeting is quite fruitful for everybody, and hope to see some of you soon in Poland. Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Have a good day. Thank you.